Today I'm going to share the timeline I put together. It's actually quite fascinating. Since these are screenshots, you will want to pause the video to read each screen. I have color-coded certain aspects. Purple is the lineage of Jesus, and green is known history. To start, I found the first known historical event and went backwards and forwards from there. I hope you will enjoy our journey through time. This was a fun but frustrating study. I found it very interesting that Adam was still alive when Noah's father and grandfather were alive. I'm sure he told his story to them. Maybe during family reunions. As you read the Bible, you don't realize how close in time they really were. Noah had 3 sons. It is believed by some that these 3 are triplets. In a different study, I will show how they are not. Only one is listed on this timeline because he is the lineage of Jesus. Science teaches us that the Earth was one supercontinent called Pangaea. The Bible says that during Peleg's time, the Earth was divided. I believe it was not only divided by the scattering of people at the Tower of Babel, but also the dividing of the land from the continental drift. It's possible that Pharaoh Neferkare VIII, the second pharaoh of the 10th dynasty, was the pharaoh of Joseph's time. It became increasingly arid and dry in this area around 2100 BC, coinciding with a cooling event in the North Atlantic, known as Bond Event 3. Amenhotep I was possibly the pharaoh at the time of the Exodus. He had one son, Amenemhat, who died while still very young. The cause of death is unknown. Moses was not allowed to enter the Promised Land because he did not follow God's orders at the rock in Numbers 20. God told him to speak to the rock, but Moses struck it with the rod twice. By speaking to it, it would have shown the people that the water was brought forth from God's command. By striking it with the rod, it appeared to come from the command of Moses when he said, "Shall we bring forth water?" Giving Moses, along with Aaron, the credit. The judges were the hardest part to put together in this timeline. There is some information missing. I tried to figure it out best I could, going by the 450-year time frame. With the kings, I had to follow the 480-year time frame. So with these 2 periods in history, I had to follow the years of reign plus the years and the time frames to get them to fit together. When Solomon died, the kingdom was split in 2. Judah or Jerusalem and Israel. I had the kings marked with a J or an I to help with the time frame. This part got pretty confusing. Especially when some kings shared the same name. I'll sit quietly for a moment and let you enjoy this marvelous mess. Do you see how confusing this is? I do believe that God gave us so many time frames and detailed years because He wants us to know His timeline from beginning to end. The Babylonian Empire is the head of gold in Daniel 2 and the lion with eagle's wings in Daniel 7. I will explain all of this symbolism in my upcoming Daniel series. You definitely don't want to miss it. The Medo-Persian Empire is the breast and arms of silver in Daniel 2, the bear raised on one side in Daniel 7, and the ram with two horns in Daniel 8. Many churches teach about Daniel's 70-week prophecy, but I have something to show you that has been overlooked in this prophecy. I go over it in bits and pieces during this timeline, but I will go into more detail and explanation about this in the upcoming Daniel series. The Grecian Empire is the belly and thighs of brass in Daniel 2, the leopard with 4 wings in Daniel 7, and the he-goat in Daniel 8. Antiochus IV is a foreshadow of our future Antichrist. The Roman Empire is the legs of iron in Daniel 2 and the fourth beast in Daniel 7. Some believe that this will be the end-time beast revived. My studies of Daniel and the beast in Revelation show me a different kingdom revived. But it does stem from the Roman Empire. Jesus' ministry is the start of the final week of Daniel's 70-week prophecy. There is a lot to read here, so I will be still and let you read it. This marks the end of the first half of the final week. I'm not great with math, but the way all this adds up with prophetic time is just amazing. I will go into detail why this mosque is an important part of prophecy during the Daniel series. When I get the Beasts of Revelation study finished, I will show you even more. Thank you for watching. I hope this gave you some perspective into our past and future. The printable version gets updated as I find more information during my studies.